I told him we should keep things strictly platonic. He didn't argue, didn't ask why. He simply vanished from my life before I could even step through my front door. It felt like a scene pulled straight from a film. One moment we were speaking softly, honestly, and the next, I was erased from his world. If you've ever said something you thought was gentle, only to watch it land with the weight of a slammed door, you'll understand. We weren't in a relationship, yet we were far more than casual acquaintances. We existed in that fragile, undefined space between friendship and something almost romantic. There were late-night conversations that stretched into sunrise, random texts sent for no reason other than we were thinking of each other, playlists carefully made with the other in mind, and inside jokes that belonged only to us. Weekends often blurred seamlessly from "Are you free?" to him staying over, no labels needed. It all felt light and effortless, like a song I hadn't yet memorized but could hum along to. And maybe that was where the danger began, because I was still healing from a breakup that had left me raw. My heart had only just begun stitching itself back together when he appeared, not with dramatic gestures or overwhelming passion, but with quiet consistency. For a while, that was enough. Until the moment I wasn't ready for. The realization that he was beginning to care in a way I couldn't yet return. He never said it outright, but I saw it. In the way his eyes lingered when I rambled about something trivial, in how he remembered tiny details I'd only mentioned once, in the way I felt safe being messy and imperfect around him. And that terrified me. I could sense he wanted more than I was capable of giving. So, I did what scared people often do. I reached for the oldest escape line in existence. "I think we should just be friends." It wasn't rehearsed. I never intended to hurt him. The words simply slipped out. We were sitting in his car, parked outside my building. He had just handed me a snack I'd casually mentioned craving days earlier, a small act of thoughtfulness that caught me off guard. I looked at him, so warm, so unsuspecting of the wall I was about to build, and tried to make my voice gentle, as if softness could cushion the blow. He didn't get angry. He didn't argue. He didn't even try to persuade me. He only nodded quietly and let me go. That night, I stood at my door with the cool air stinging my skin, my hands trembling as I fumbled with my keys. Part of me wanted to turn back, to say, "Wait, I'm just scared. I don't want to lose this." But I didn't. I walked inside, sat down, and reached for my phone. Blocked on Instagram. Gone from WhatsApp. My texts wouldn't deliver. Unfollowed on Twitter. It was as if he had ripped me clean out of his story. First came the sting, sharp, cold. Then panic. Finally, a heavy stillness settled in my chest, thick with guilt and loss. I thought we'd drift apart slowly, maybe keep a faint thread of connection. But he left no room for that. For days, I told myself I had done the right thing. He deserves someone ready.
You're not whole yet.
You can't force something you're not prepared for. But the more I repeated those words, the more hollow they felt. The truth wasn't that I doubted him. I doubted myself. He was steady, genuine, kind. I just didn't know how to accept that kind of love. I had grown used to affection that demanded proof of my worth, or required me to change to fit someone else's mold. But he didn't ask that. He wanted me exactly as I was. And I couldn't believe that I was enough. So I hid behind the safety of friendship. And he answered with silence. Not anger. Not questions. Just absence. So loud it swallowed everything. Since then, I've written a dozen messages. Each started with "Hey" and ended in "delete." What could I possibly say? I'm sorry I was afraid. I'm sorry I used friendship as armor. I'm sorry I didn't believe you could love me without breaking me. But I never sent them. Maybe he deserves someone braver. Someone who wouldn't destroy something only to realize too late it was what they truly wanted. The truth is, I miss him. Not some idealized version of him, just him. The way his presence made the world quieter, lighter. The way he listened as though my words mattered. The way he saw me as whole even when I felt incomplete. I don't know if he'll ever read this. I don't know if he ever thinks of me. But if he does, I hope he knows I didn't say just friends because I didn't care. I said it because I cared more than I could handle.
And that terrified me.
If you've ever walked away before opening your heart fully, if you've ever hidden behind safe words to protect yourself from the chaos of real emotion, if you've been cut off and felt like maybe you deserved it, know this. I understand. We all stumble over love sometimes. The real question is, what do we do with the silence it leaves behind?